Hey folks, it's Dave here, and welcome to Miami as we play the AFC Conference Finals here in the 1979 replay, and we are using game-winning drive football from Downey Games to play this replay. Let's take a look at our scoreboard to see how we got here. Here's how things shook out in the wildcard round. Houston over Denver, 29-22. And then in the NFC, Chicago with an upset win, 26-13 over Philadelphia. In the divisional round, Tampa Bay easily cruised by the Rams, 30-3. And it was Dallas on a last-minute comeback drive by Staubach, getting by Chicago, 35-31. In the AFC, it was a tale of some upsets as Miami got by heavily favored Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh 26-16, and Houston went on the road and beat San Diego 37-30. So that's how we end up here. It's Miami hosting Houston. Now, if we take a look at our records here, it was actually Houston with a better record. They were 11-5 in this season. Miami was 10-6, but because of Miami winning their division, they are hosting the game today. So some notable names here. First, let's get the dice out here. Miami will be rolling the orange and the white, and Houston will roll their powder blue and the white today. Obviously, our quarterbacks are Greasy and Pastorini. Some legendary backs in this one, Zonka and Campbell. And then also we have wide receivers Moore against Burrow, and then the kickers Von Schaman and Fritsch. So here we go. We're going to kick things off right now in Miami. We're going to see who wins the coin toss. I like to roll for the toss. Okay, 6 and a 2. So Miami wins the toss, and Miami will roll first. So here we go. You're going to see a lot of my hand today, but hopefully that'll be okay as we kick things off in Miami. 15 minutes on the clock, and here we go. So it's going to be Greasy and Pastorini here as I got my notes. I keep track of who's who today. So Greasy behind center tried to lead the home team out. 52 is not good. 52 puts us in the turnover range. So the first Miami drive, that doesn't go very well at all, and 55 is a punt, and Miami punts it away. So we tick off some time here on the clock, approximated time here. So now it's Houston with it. Pastorini comes out to lead the visitors on their first drive. Oh, there goes my scoreboard. Knew that would happen. And that's a 26. And that is a good-looking drive right off the bat by the Houston Oilers. Pastorini leads him down, and a 15 on that roll. Touchdown run by Earl Campbell. So that's a TD run by Campbell. And that's going to make the score 6-0 for the Oilers. Now we roll for the point. 11-65. Fritsch has got a good chance of making this, and he does. So the point is good. That's a TD run right there. And so right off the bat, Houston goes up 7-0 here in Miami. Now there's no kick return for either team. There is a punt return for Miami, so we'll keep that in mind. So Miami now lines up here as we got about 9 minutes to play. Each team's had a possession here in the first quarter. Greasy now trailing by 7. Good-looking drive for the Dolphins. He brings them right back down the field. Greasy hands this one off, and Zonka crashes the end zone for Miami, and that's a touchdown run for Miami, and they come right back with a touchdown of their own, and it's 7-6 here in the Orange Bowl. Von Schaman now looking to tie it up with the extra point. He moves in, and a 65 is no good. No good. He missed the point after, and it's 7-6. That's a tough break for Miami right there. They come all the way down. They pound it in on the ground with Zonka, but the missed extra point, and that has them trailing 7-6 right now. So let's put this on here right now, 7-6. So Houston with it now. Pastorini, they had a nice touchdown drive on their first attempt. This is a 32, and so we're going to turn that ball over. And a 24. So that is going to be a punt by the Oilers. So let's write this down here. So we get a Houston punt. Now Miami does have a chance to return the punt. And a 41 does not bring that back. So Miami has it now. 1st and 10. Late here in the first quarter. And they are trailing now 7-6. Greasy under center now, trying to get them back in the lead. A 66. That is a terrible drive. They are going backwards right now, the Dolphins are on that one. And, well, they got it up, and they got a field goal try by Von Schaman. He missed the field goal from 36 yards, so that's a field goal miss from 36 by Von Schaman. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. So at the end of one, Houston leads this one 7-6. Touchdown runs by Campbell and also Zonka. That accounts for our points, and it's the missed extra point by Von Schaman of the Dolphins. That is the difference right now in this game. So I'd like to make a little line right here. So we got Houston now coming in the second quarter. Now they got a touchdown run as mentioned and a punt on their 2 possessions, so they're on their 3rd possession of the game. Second quarter action here from the Orange Bowl. A chance to go to the championship game. 52, not a good drive for Houston at all right there. And 16 is a punt. So Houston's going to punt. Let's take a look now, see if Miami gets a return on this one here. And they do! Miami returns the punt for a touchdown. The Dolphins, that's going to be a punt, return, TD. It's the first time that's ever happened to me in here. So on the first couple of drives, I'm going to say shifts, since it's not hockey, Miami goes ahead 12-6 on the punt return. Now Von Schaman comes out to try the extra point here to make it 13-7. And this time it's good. So a punt return, the extra point is good. And you see TD run, the point was no good over here. And so now Miami goes up here at home by way of the special teams. And they lead it now in the second quarter, 13-7. Coming out now are the Oilers. Pastorini now trailing. They scored on their first possession in the game, and it's been nothing since. So let me write this down over here. So it's going to be Houston with the ball here in the second quarter now. Pastorini trying to get them down the field. They're not going to cash in right now, as it is going to punt the ball back to Miami. Now let's see if they can get another return. How funny would this be, having back-to-back punt returns? Here comes the punt return, and no, a 41 is not a good return. So we got about 6 minutes to play in the half. Miami coming back out for their final possession of the first half. Here come the Dolphins. Greasy up 13-7 right now. A 41 is not a good-looking drive for the Dolphins. And almost picked off. That pass on third down was nearly picked off. Instead, they will punt it back to Houston, and Houston gets the ball with 2 minutes to go in the half. The Oilers now trailing by 6 after going up on an early touchdown run by Earl Campbell. Miami also has a field goal miss in this one and an extra point miss of Von Schaman not having a very good day. Pastorini now, he's not going to convert. And 62 is a punt, so they will just punt it back to him. One last try here on the return by the Dolphins as time is expiring here. And no, almost, but no return on that one. So that's how we're going to end the first half here in Miami. So the only scoring in that second quarter was a punt return TD by the Dolphins special teams, and that has them up 13-7. So we move to the third quarter here in Miami. A trip to the title game on the line. It's Greasy versus Pastorini here in 1979. So Houston we'll start things off here in the second half. There's no kick return for them, so we're just going to roll. Pastorini under center now. And again, the Dolphin defense coming up big. And they force a punt. And now we'll see if Miami can return this punt. 1, 2, 3. Miami now. And they do it again. If I roll a 1, a 12, or 11, they run it back again. How crazy is that? And they do! Unbelievable. It's a second punt return score for Miami in the game. The special teams, a punt return TD. The special teams are taking it today for Miami. They're up now 19-7. Unbelievable. A roll of 12 and another 12. And they have taken the lead now with 2 special team touchdowns. This is unprecedented here on my channel, folks. Von Schamann comes in, and oh my gosh, he missed it again. He missed his second extra point of the day. Wow. So it is no good, and it's 19-7. So Von Schamann's got a field goal miss and 2 extra points. That's 5 points the Dolphins have left on the table here, as they say, here in the game. So Houston goes back on offense now, trying to find out how to stop Miami in their special team. So Pastorini now has got Campbell behind him, Burrow and Castor out wide. They trail now 19-7. It's 19 straight points for the Dolphins. And nothing doing again. Dolphin defense coming up big in this one. And in fact, they pick it off. This is an interception right here. It's our first turnover of the game. That's an interception. And Miami does not have any chance to return that. So they will just take over the ball here with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. But again, after the turnover, these numbers increase. 11-42 is how they score. And Greasy's been pretty good in this game, but it's been the special teams that has done most of the damage. So Greasy now under center. And yes, thanks to that interception, they drive it down the field. And 35 is a field goal. So this time Von Schamann converts the field goal. So this is a field goal by Von Schamann. So now that makes the score 22. So tack on 3. So here's some of the extra points that he missed, getting them back. And that field goal was from 51 yards away. So Von Schamann booting that one through from 51. And this Houston team is absolutely stunned. We're down to 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And Pastorini's going to wonder what he's going to do to get that magic back that they had on the first drive of the game. So here we go. 22-7 Miami. And still nothing doing for the Oilers in this game. And a 22. And that's just a punt. So Houston with a punt back to Miami, and they've returned two punts for touchdowns today, including a roll of 12 followed by a roll of 12. That's unbelievable. So now let's see if they can do it again. The special teams out for Miami, and no, they don't. That's a 41. So Miami takes over now here as we go to the fourth quarter. So that ends the third quarter. So at the end of 3, it's now 22-7 for the Dolphins, as they picked up 9 points here, and still nothing for the Oilers. So we go to the fourth quarter, and Miami 15 minutes away, possibly one drive away from going to the title game. And Miami has the ball here to start the fourth quarter. There's our little divider line. Miami and Greasy looking to put this thing away. No, not a good drive at all. 24, and that's just going to be a punt back to the Oilers. So Houston gets it now. Time ticking away. They need to cash in, and they need to cash in fast. Pastorini now. He's going to be looking for Burrow and Casper through the air. And no, nothing doing. Miami defense getting the job done as they got to punt it away. So let's take a look. I'm going to roll for Miami punts. This is it's actually cool. I love rolling for the kicks and the punts. That just makes it fun. So Miami now, no. So they got 2 touchdowns on punts in this one, so they're just going to take over. A score here should end the game. This really should. So we got 9 minutes to play in this one. Miami trying to grind out the clock and maybe put it away. 52. No. And a 42. And that is intercepted. Greasy trying to dump it off, had it picked off. So we have an interception here, and that's our second turnover of the game. Houston had an interception earlier. Now Houston does have an interception return chance. What are the chances? Houston, no. So they will just take over with about 6 minutes to play. But they have a good chance to score now, as after the turnover, we got 11-36 on the roll. So Pastorini now, one last chance. He's got to get in the end zone. Pastorini with a 24, and they will cash in here. And 55 is a touchdown pass. So Pastorini with a touchdown pass to Burrow, and that gets them up to 13. It still might be too little too late. The extra point is 65. Ooh, he hits the upright. Frisch hits the upright, and it bounces out no good. Wow. We've had 3 missed extra points in this game. That is crazy, but that is 1979. All right, so they're down 22-13. I wonder if this is onside kick time. I think it is. I think we can go for the onside kick. They would have to get it and score immediately. So let me take a look at my thing here. I think you're supposed to be trailing by 7 or less, but I pretty much allow it at any time. So let's go to my rules here for the onside kick, shall we? Okay, onside kick. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I rolled 2 dice. If doubles a roll, they get it back. So Houston, with time running out, is going to try the onside kick. They got nothing to lose. They need doubles. They need doubles. Otherwise, the game is over. And they get doubles. So Houston gets the onside kick, and they go back on offense. So they need to score and then do another onside, or this one's over. So Houston gets the onside kick. There's been a lot of craziness today, so they are not out of it. Still with a couple of minutes to go, about 2 minutes to play now in this game. They need to get down and score. And 32, they do not score. Miami holds, and that is the game. We don't even need to kick it away. So Miami hangs on. It is a wild and woolly, crazy game here. We have just the 1 touchdown pass and no extra points. So Houston gets this over here to give them 13. Miami with 0. And so the final score in this one is Miami 22 and Houston 13. So Houston is out of the playoffs. They had a good run, but it comes to an end here in Miami. And Miami moves on to play the winner of Dallas-Tampa Bay in the finals. And we'll have those 2 games coming up later on our channel. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Again, I'm Dave, and we are using Game-Winning Drive from Downey Games to play our games, and we're having a lot of fun. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night, and sayonara from Miami.